Hi everyone, my name's Gups. Just think of a cup, instead of putting a C at the start, put a G at the start, and I'm the host and founder of CoSign Podcast. So you listened to the last podcast which told you how to write a CV and how to maximise the full potential of your CV. You've created a CV for yourself now and you're one step closer from applying for your first job or applying for the job of your dreams and developing your career. What next for you guys? Have you created a covering letter to accompany that CV? Do you even know what goes into a covering letter or the importance of writing a covering letter? No? Well, hopefully over the next couple of minutes, I'll be able to shed a lot more light into that for you guys. And by the end of this podcast, you'll know the basics of what goes into a covering letter and how to maximise the full potential of your covering letter. So let's get to it. If you Google what a covering letter is, Google will tell you a covering letter is a one-page letter which is sent to a potential employer accompanying your CV and summarises why you're writing to them in the first place. In my opinion, it's like adding the icing on the cake when you're handing your CV to a potential employer, because within that one-page document you'll be capturing who you are, what you're all about and what you could potentially offer that organisation in the first place. So what goes into a covering letter? If you think of a blank A4 piece of paper, to begin with, let's get the basics out of the way. I want you guys to put your full name, your full line of address including your postcode, your primary contact number, whether that's your mobile number or your landline number, and your preferred email address in the top right hand corner of that piece of paper. The next thing that I want you guys to do is to put the full name of the potential employer and their full line of address including their postcode in the top left hand corner of that piece of paper. Automatically what you're doing is creating a formal professional document which a potential employer has seen in the past, and it puts you in a positive light and you're not making any schoolboy errors to begin with. So let's get to your covering letter now. First thing you want to do is put the job reference or the job title that you're actually applying for. You can find this information maybe in the shop window of the potential employer, on their website, or even on the recruitment agency's website for when you're looking for these vacant job roles. Next thing I want you guys to do is to put the date down. The date basically simply shows the potential employer that it's an up-to-date relevant document that you've sent them. Now start off with a simple "Dear Sir/Madam." Your first paragraph is 1 or 2 lines. It's an introduction to who you are and why you're writing to them in the first place. So for example, it can be something along the lines of, "Hi, my name is Gups. I'm writing in reference to the vacant job role of XYZ which I have seen being advertised on XYZ, full stop." It's straightforward, it's simple, and it tells the potential employer what you're writing to them in the first place for. Now your second paragraph is basically what you've done or what you've achieved. It can be personal achievements, academic achievements, or even previous work achievements that you've had. Put some meat around the bone, give some good examples to add some substance, because this is going to be the first quality bit of information a potential employer's reading about you. I'd recommend that you try and make this along 3 to 5 lines just to really juice this up. Now moving on to your third paragraph. Your third paragraph is taking your second paragraph and going the extra mile, because what you're talking about here is why you'd actually suit the organisation or what you could bring to that organisation and why you'd be an ideal candidate. Once again, give good examples to put some substance and some meat around the bone and really juice up this section, because you don't want a potential employer to get bored about what you're talking about or find the things that you're talking about uninteresting. So make sure it's relevant and make sure that you always do the full 360 and not only talk about what you've done and what you've achieved, but the benefits of that to the potential employer and to the job role that you're applying for. Now you've done your third paragraph. Your fourth paragraph is practically like your introduction. It's only a line or two and it's straightforward. It's summarising, "Thank you for taking the time to read my covering letter. If you'd like to find out more information about me, please do not hesitate to get in contact with me, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you." Put your name there and sign it, and that's your covering letter. And if you accompany that with a CV, it puts you in a positive light to a potential employer when you're applying for these vacant job roles. And hopefully, if you've missed any bits of information on your CV, a potential employer will be able to find the quality bit of information on your covering letter. And that's all. I hope you guys have found that really helpful and informative. If you'd like to find out more information, please do not hesitate to get in contact with me. Like I said in the last podcast, my website is www.cosignent.com, or alternatively you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at cosine_ent. Either way, enjoy the rest of your day. Aim high, dream big, believe in yourself, and Have a good day. Bye.